What is your name?
LeAnne Smith. Your name?
This is Smith's daughter,
Yes,
right?
Corinne T. Smith.
And what brought you to town today?
Well, I'm here to celebrate this wonderful event that raises money for the Corinne T. Smith Animal Center, proudly named after my mom, who many years ago with some other wonderful women and other people in Brownwood started caring for thrown away animals.
And growing up with your mother, you must be an animal lover yourself.
Oh, heavens, yes. Heavens, yes. Right now, I have only a dog and a cat, but I care for feral cats on the campus at Texas State, where I work in San Marcos, Texas, and helped find a home for a dog just a couple of weeks ago. So, yes, that's an ongoing part of my life.
And you grew up here in Brownwood, correct?
Yes. I went all through grade school up to high school and had a wonderful childhood and adolescence. And yeah, it's a great place to grow up.
And were you ever involved with your mother's work?
I would go out with her quite often to pet the animals, or she had this habit. This was more after I was in college, because it was in college when the first shelter was built. But when I would come home, she would have this habit of, oh my gosh, it's 10:30 at night, it's getting a little cold, it's getting a little hot, I have to open the windows, close the windows, they need a treat, I should check the outside cages. We were always going out there. She just could never rest. And so, and that's how I got many of my animals at that time in my life, was from her going out and rescuing things in the middle of the night, just to make sure. So yes.
Do you have any stories that you would want to share?
Well, I think I was just talking to someone else about the fact the first thing I remember her rescuing was a baby quail from the Brownwood Country Club who was not feathered out. My dad was playing golf and came upon this little quail, and he knew my mother. And so the next thing I know, meaning my mother, is raising a little baby quail in the oven. So we cooked on the stove that week. There were no microwaves, so we had a lot of stove cooked meals, which was fine. And as soon as the little baby quail feathered out, we went out to the country club and found some more quail, and away it went. So, yeah.
And what is your favorite thing about the Canine cats in Cabernet?
Oh, I just get to see so many wonderful people that I've known growing up and that knew my mom and my dad, because my dad really had to support my mom through all this. It's not a one person deal. So it's great to see everybody, and it's really truly one of the best events I go to in the year, and I mean that from Austin to San Antonio to Dallas, Houston. I do a lot of fundraising events for other areas of my life, and this is just one of the most fun, and I think really one of the most well attended and truly generous events that I attend. Good cause.
And is there something that you make a point of doing every time you visit Brownwood?
Yes. Well, there's a couple of things. I always drive by my parents' house and see if the dogwood is blooming, because that was my mom's favorite tree, and she and my dad watered it religiously. And they've both passed away, and so I go out to the cemetery and just sit down and have a chat. So we have a little chat, and I tell her what I've been doing and tell Daddy what I've been doing, and so that's part of what I do.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Well, thank you. I just am blessed and very honored that so many people come out and support this cause.